Do you pay taxes in Australia?
Of course I pay taxes.
Do you feel like you pay a lot or you just don't know how much you pay?
Pay a reasonable amount from my income, I suppose.
Hmm.
Yeah, no real objections.
Yeah.
But nice to pay less tax, but I hope it's going to a good use.
Yeah. And do you use a tax accountant to help you prepare all that?
I do not. I have very simple taxes.
And what about if they reduced all the fuel taxes, like all the fuel excises? Do you reckon that would be a good idea? That means that like your petrol instead of being like $2 at the bowser, it would be like $1.20, for instance.
I mean, that would be helpful. It depends on what flow and effects you'd have, really.
Yeah. Well, technically, the flow-on effects would be any deliveries, all that sort of stuff would actually become cheaper if you remove GST and fuel excise.
Oh, I mean, in terms of like what the taxes would be spent on. With the less tax revenue, you're missing out on something there.
Yeah. Well, we could make the government just more efficient so they don't waste as much money.
Ideally.
Yeah. So so in an ideal world, we'd remove the fuel excises, make the government more efficient, so they're not wasting as much money, and then
Sounds pretty good.
you can get to work and be productive in society and keep.
cheaply.
Yeah, exactly. And then you have more money at home to use whatever you need to use. If you want to go on holidays, if you want to buy food, whatever else.
Look, if you could make all that happen, it sounds good to me.
All right, guys, we've got our next politician right here.